So we need to trim the base of our coffee cups because we got them just a little bit too long in the template for you. So we're just going to trim off 1 centimeter, which sounds kind of ridiculous, but 1 centimeter in something very precise like this ends up being, it makes a big difference. So the first thing I'd like you to know is that if you have already merged things, you're just going to trim off this bottom 1 centimeter, and that's all you're going to do. You're not going to try to resize things. It's going to get things a little bit more complicated than what you really should have them be. If you already have your layers sectioned out like I do, don't merge them yet. Don't combine them together. Leave them all separate entities like this, separate layers. That way you have the flexibility still to redistribute or rearrange your components as you would like. The first thing we're going to do before you're ready to actually get working in GIMP to trim, the first thing you need to do is to go to Canvas and download the updated coffee cup template file. Again, you're going to go to Canvas on the desktop and you're going to download the updated coffee cup template file. Alright, now that you've done that, we're going to open the file together and I'll walk through with you step by step. So we're going to go up and hit File, Open as Layers, and I'm going to find that updated outline for coffee cup boundary. It's a PNG file, so it's going to download or import as a transparent background. Automatically, mine just kind of auto shifted everything to the bottom. My new layer just got shifted to the bottom. So I'm going to bring it up to the top by clicking. So again, if your layer is stuck at the bottom like mine is, I'm just going to left click, hold, and kind of hover my layer up until I reach the top, and then I let go. And there you see my layer is loaded. And it will hide and unhide just as the other layers will. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to work my way through my layers, deleting things as necessary. If it deletes something that I'm not pleased with, I'm going to go back and I'm going to move a layer. So the first thing we need to do is in this updated outline for coffee cup boundary, I'm going to select this lower region, and you can see that I have those marching ants, those dotted lines making a border around this section here. And then I'm just going to work my way from the top layer down to the bottom, and I'm just going to hit delete on my keyboard. Right away I notice that I'm getting rid of a letter, and that doesn't actually bother me because at the top I have other letters that are missing. If it bothers you, grab your move tool and just move that layer. I'm going to work my way down through still, hitting delete, delete. Some of these layers I know there's nothing in it, but I'm just going to cover my bases, kind of check all of my layers. One of these girls' boots is going to end up getting deleted, and I think that I'm going to move this one. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to hit Control Z to undo that. And I'm going to grab my move tool. And in order to move this layer here, I first need to unselect this dotted moving line. So I'm going to hit Control-Shift-A to deselect that. And I'm just going to move this girl up a little bit. I'm going to let her feet kind of clear this space. And I forgot that I had a second layer kind of stuck to it. So I'm going to go and find that sister layer. There it is. And I'm going to link them together. Now I can move that, and I'm also going to find this layer up here because I have these three things kind of all hugging each other. So I'm just going to kind of play the hide and unhide layer game. There it is. And I'm going to link those together. Now I can just move those layers up and out of the way. And to kind of keep with my theme of where my text is hugging, I'm actually going to unlink this one, and I'm going to play around and now that I've got it where I want it, for the most part, kind of move it up. And it's sitting kind of close to her head there, so I'm going to go ahead and move that just a little more. It may take a little playing around with to get everything just the way you want it, but at least it'll fit around the cup. Now I'm going to go skip back down here, and I'm going to resume deleting everything in the layer window below. Since I deselected this bottom rung here, I'm actually going to click this top layer that says Update Outline Cut Boundary. I'm going to magic wand that section, skipping back down to layer 7. Now when I hit delete in any of these lower layers, it's only deleting the things that I know that I don't need. Right there. That doesn't matter. The guides don't matter. And this extra little piece here, we're going to cut it off so it doesn't matter that that extra mark is there. I do notice that I have a weird mark over here from my layer 3, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And finally, you're just going to make sure that your name gets on your project. Make sure your class period gets put on it. And that'll make passing everything back a little more simple. Finally, you're going to hit Control S to save. And you're going to go ahead and export as. You need to make sure that you export your project not as a PNG but as a PDF, and that you choose the correct folder. my folder is going to be, I'm on my home computer, so my folder, I have a where did it go? And that was last year's. Just make sure it gets saved in your Digital Design Period 2 folder. And all you need to make sure that your file is named as is where it says Unit 6, your name. It should say cup in your class period, and it's a .pdf file. And so you want to export that file to it. You're going to check the bottom 3 boxes. You won't see these top 2 that I don't have. Make sure that you choose Omit Hidden Layers when it asks you. It may take it a minute. These are large files. And once you have finished saving, you're going to upload that content to Canvas. So you're going to upload that PDF to Canvas. And then from there, I can print it out for you, and you'll be ready to go.